never saw. It starts with a faint hum, barely audible, barely noticeable. A family sits in their living room in St. Louis County, unaware that something the size of a mosquito has just slipped through their cracked window screen. It hovers silently in the corner, small enough to be dismissed as a bug. Yet inside its body is a micro camera capable of recording every word they speak, and it isn't alone. In recent years, police departments, private companies, foreign governments, cartel organizations, and even everyday criminals have quietly begun using a new class of technology once reserved for military black ops units: micro drones. Machines so small they blend into your environment, so lightweight they generate almost no noise, so advanced they can carry cameras, microphones, GPS trackers, and, in some cases, facial recognition. In this documentary, we investigate how micro drones evolved from a classified military project into tools used for everything from law enforcement surveillance to organized crime espionage. But the real question is this: how easy is it for someone to spy inside your home without ever stepping foot inside? Because the answer may be far more unsettling than anyone expected. Chapter 1: The Rise of Invisible Machines. To understand the current situation, we must go back to where it all started. The concept of miniature surveillance drones entered U.S. military research labs around the early 2000s. At the time, DARPA engineers imagined small devices that could survive enemy territory without being detected. Instead of large quadcopters, they envisioned machines that looked like insects, mimicking the natural world. They created prototypes shaped like dragonflies, beetles, moths, and most famously, mosquitoes. These mosquito drones were designed to blend into tropical climates where real insects were already abundant. In some tests, military engineers coated them with synthetic wings that glimmered like organic membranes. They could fly for several minutes, recharge on inductive pads, and upload surveillance footage wirelessly. But the general public knew nothing about this technology until years later, when the technology suddenly appeared in the civilian world. As components became cheaper, 3D printers became more accessible, and micromotors became mass manufactured, the cost of creating ultra-small drones dropped dramatically. What once cost millions could now be built in a basement for under a few $100s. And this new affordability opened the door to two worlds. Chapter 2: Law enforcement's new eyes. Police departments across the country began experimenting with drone-assisted investigations. First, it was simple quadcopters used for traffic crashes and hostage situations. But then came the micro drones, ultralight units used for more discreet monitoring. Unlike traditional police surveillance that required warrants, manpower, and expensive equipment, these new drones could hover outside second-story windows, slip through vents or broken screens, observe drug houses without officers approaching, stay in the air long enough to capture critical footage. Some departments argued the drones were essential tools for combating organized crime. After all, drug dealers often set lookouts to watch for police vehicles. Micro drones made it possible to observe them without alerting anyone. But critics raised a different concern. What happens when surveillance becomes too easy, too cheap, too small for the naked eye? Chapter 3: The criminal underground adopts micro drones. Cartel organizations in Mexico, Central America, and parts of the U.S. have reportedly used small drones for years. Originally, they used larger consumer drones for border monitoring and smuggling routes. But when micro drones became available online, often sold as spy toys or nano FPV kits, criminals realized the potential for more discreet operations. How were they using them? 1. Scouting homes for burglary. Thieves could send micro drones through cracked windows, open garages, or doggy doors to map a home's interior. 2. Monitoring rival gangs. In some cities, Gangs use them to track rival members or stake out safe houses. 3. Avoiding police. If a gang suspected a police raid, they could deploy tiny drones to peek outside without risking a lookout. 4. Recording blackmail footage. Micro drones could be flown near bedroom windows, gathering compromising footage that criminals later used for extortion. 5. Coordinating illegal drug operations. Small drones could track undercover officers or identify unmarked police vehicles. Chapter 4. The Rogue Neighbor. Across the country, cases began emerging of neighbors using micro drones to spy on one another. A man in Phoenix found a mosquito-sized drone on his bedroom floor after noticing a faint tapping sound near his ceiling vent. A couple in Ohio reported seeing a blinking light near their baby's crib, only to discover a micro camera attached to a toy-sized drone hovering silently. A woman in Florida filed a complaint after a bug near her shower turned out to be a disguised nano drone. Chapter 5. Mosquito drones. Fact or fiction? Mosquito drones have become an internet legend, half rumor, half reality. Videos online show tiny machines shaped like insects, while some claim government agencies use them to collect DNA samples or implant microchips. So what is real? The truth lies somewhere in the middle. Actual mosquito-shaped drones do exist in research labs. Chapter 6. A night in the life of a micro-drone operation. Imagine this scenario. A suspect sells illegal firearms out of his apartment 3 floors up. Police cannot set up cameras inside without a warrant, and approaching the building risks tipping off the suspect. Instead, they deploy a micro drone. The operator stands in an unmarked van a block away. The drone, no larger than a honeybee, launches quietly. It flies through the alley, rising up toward a small bathroom exhaust vent. It slips inside unseen. It lands on top of a medicine cabinet, its tiny camera recording everything in high definition. Chapter 7. The International Arms Race for Micro Drones. As the United States develops micro drones, so do other nations. China has invested billions in biomimetic machines that resemble insects and small birds. Russia has developed ultralight reconnaissance drones capable of flying through ventilation ducts. Israel has perfected palm-sized drones for counterterrorism. European defense companies are designing micro-swarm units that can coordinate like a flock of birds. The goal is simple: surveillance that cannot be seen, gathering information without being detected. Chapter 8. The silent weapon of the future. There is a new trend emerging, one far more sophisticated and concerning than today's micro drones. Researchers are developing micro swarming systems, groups of tiny drones that work together like insects. Instead of a single drone infiltrating a home, there could be dozens. Some could map the layout. Some could jam alarm systems. Some could record video. Others could distract occupants by mimicking real bugs. Chapter 9. The future of privacy. In the next decade, experts predict micro drones will reach levels of stealth that make today's devices seem primitive. They may soon operate with near-silent wings, extended battery life, microscopic cameras, thermal detection, wireless data transmission, automated learning. Homes may need new forms of security, devices that detect unusual air vibrations, thermal signatures, or foreign wireless signals. Windows may require new mesh materials to block micro-scale intrusions. Chapter 10. What we don't know. What makes micro drones so unnerving is not what we know, but what we don't know. We don't know who has already gained access to this technology. We don't know how many criminal organizations are deploying it today. We don't know how many homes have already been infiltrated. We don't know how many companies are secretly harvesting consumer data. And we don't know what future governments, foreign or domestic, might do with machines small enough to fit inside a child's hand. The truth is simple. Micro drones eliminate the barrier between public and private life. And once a society crosses that line, there is no going back. The documentary opened with a faint hum, the sound of a micro drone slipping unnoticed into a home. As we conclude, one final question remains unanswered. If small machines can enter your house without your knowledge, if they can record your conversations, if they can observe your family, if they can track your movement, and if they can do all of this while looking like nothing more than an ordinary household insect, then how would you ever know? In a world where drones shrink to the size of mosquitoes, privacy is no longer invaded with force. It is invaded with silence. And sometimes the biggest threat is the one you never saw. If you found this video thought-provoking and you want to explore more documentaries on how technology, justice, and society collide, make sure to click the like button, share this video, and subscribe to the channel. There are many more hidden stories waiting to be uncovered.